get you, Barbara.
Them all! Mamdani and his communist party!
There are about 57,000 so-called zombie apartments in New York City with nobody living in them. These apartments, which are rent regulated, would cost landlords more to repair and maintain than they're allowed to collect in rent. So a group of small property owners recently hired actors to dramatize the impact of price controls on their buildings.
Zombies represent all the zombie apartments and buildings that we have. And that's coming, and that's here already.
Bills are increasing, insurance is increasing, all the utilities are increasing, and we need more funds to take care of the building and provide proper housing for our tenants.
Taxes are through the roof, insurance is through the roof, and they'll put me in a situation I might lose my buildings.
The math doesn't math, and for some reason, we're the ones always left holding the bag.
The zombie horde showed up outside a public hearing of the Rent Guidelines Board, which each year sets the limit of what landlords can charge for the city's nearly 1 million rent-stabilized apartments. They voted to cap rent increases at 0 this year, fulfilling a campaign promise of New York Socialist Mayor Zohran Mamdani.
These past months have shown us anything. It is that socialists not only understand economics, just as well as the capitalists who came before, but that we can solve their years of mismanagement through an embrace of our principles.
His promises cannot be kept. There's no way of keeping them. You can't. Because mathematically, everyone's losing money.
For building owners, trying to get the board to hear their message was like talking to the undead.
I'm not bashing the tenants. I'm not an anti-tenant. I'm just saying it's not a fair game here. And the city should do more to alleviate the problems on both parties. So I think the city is the culprit here.
But you're promising these people like, oh, we're going to freeze the rent, but how am I going to pay my oil bill? How am I going to pay my property taxes?
My parents own a building for the last 38 years, and they have been abused by the system left and right. In 2026, we have a rent-controlled tenant that's been paying $80 a month rent for the last 38 years my father owns the building. We can't afford to fix anything.
We have arrears for tenants that continue to not pay, housing court cases that refuse to move at any kind of normal pace. We have utilities that are skyrocketing.
If tenants stop paying rent, it takes an average of 15 months to evict them in New York's housing courts.
If they had to wake up to put on
apartments that New York could be giving tenants now, and the politicians are affecting it.
At one point, the zombie horde walked right through a group of activists who had come out in support of Mamdani's rent freeze.
What do you say to the argument the zombies over there are making that, our costs are going up and up and up, and then a rent freeze, it would just mean we don't have the money to run the building?
Well, a lot of people don't know this, but the Rent Guidelines Board, every year they issue studies to determine what they should do in terms of raising the rent. And the last few years, those studies have determined that landlords are making good profit.
Not all landlords. This year, the Rent Guidelines Board found that, according to the latest data, over 1,600 buildings, which contain roughly 9% of all rent-stabilized apartments, are in the red. The board's reporting also doesn't account for what landlords pay in debt service. Many more rent-stabilized buildings are losing money when those costs are factored in. Landlords with distressed properties can apply to the New York State Department of Housing and Community Renewal's Office of Rent Administration for relief. Elon Rabinovich, who owns a small building on the Upper West Side, says the program is a dead end.
I've been applying for that program for 4 or 5 years now. I sent in probably 10,000 pages of documentation, and I got a few bucks for it. It was like $90. And I have to phase that in over 5-6 years.
Will New York's housing nightmare ever come to an end?
How long have you been a property owner?
Way too long.
If you like this video and want more content like this, subscribe to my newsletter, rent-free, linked in the description below.